Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. This morning we recaptured $70,000. Respect the pump. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. Also, breaking news, Bitcoin ETFs around the world now hold 1 million plus BTC under management, clearly with BlackRock leading that race. And also, Ethereum price chart is now hinting at $4,000 breakout to new all-time highs. We're also going to be discussing danger as wave of crypto influencers and celeb X accounts have been hacked. We'll also be discussing Argentina aims to learn from El Salvador's Bitcoin success, quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser. Malay's mission to save Argentina only starts when he makes Bitcoin legal tender and outlaws frauds and scams like ETH, Web3, NFTs, ICOs, Cardano, etc. Until he does that, he's just making the situation worse. The Bukele model works. Why F around with anything else? We'll also be discussing Rich Dad Robert Kiyosaki advises buying Bitcoin before the price explodes and also gives us a warning of bonds crashing. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin will reach $1 million per coin because $1 million per coin because of this little known phenomenon I'll be breaking down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? A beautiful time to be here with us. I mean, it's Monday. Market's already back in the green. We already recaptured 70,000. I think we even tapped 70,500 from what I saw this morning. We're still in the green, up over $500 on the day. It's a beautiful thing. Shout out to the X fam. Shout out to the Rumble fam, YouTube fam. We're also now streaming on Twitch as well as Kick. So welcome y'all. If you guys can repost the stream, smash the like, and share this one way or the other, it's greatly appreciated. Let people know CNA is live and in the flesh. Shout out to all the mods holding it down as they do each and every day. We got Jennifer, we got Molly, we got K-Jam, we got Dankness, we got Surge, and we have a new mod by the name of Melda. Today it's Dead Pirate Melda, formerly known as Darth Melda. Welcome, family. And shout out to everyone in the stream. Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. Always greatly appreciated. Also, massive shout out to Bring Facts. He's an OG here in the channel. And then also want to give a special shout out to all the members who have been supporting us. Thank you, such as Barek. We appreciate you, family. What up, Grant? Good to see you, broski. Tim B says 6 figures. I can smell it. Beautiful smell. In fact,
pump, 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 pump it up. Pump, 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 pump it up.
Someone said 6 figures, so I'm just saying that's when we pump it up.
Pump, pump, pump it up. Look, pump it up.
Let's go. Welcome, Bitcoin STU. Johnny Lee Young. What it do, fam? Huddle Michael in the building. Don George, always a pleasure, brother. Good to see all the broskies. Appreciate you tuning in to the live stream. We got a lot of news to share with you today. Julian Wilton. Welcome, Julian. Good to see you, bro. Also, guys, let me know where you're tuned in from. I'm streaming live from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. Let me know what part of the world you're here from. 70 G's, baby. Exactly. What up, Bullet? From DC, shout out Alan Haley. The mod hiring is the sexiest, and I am reporting this to the what? Just kidding. Love the lady mods. They don't play. Yeah, there's a reason they hold the tools. Shout out to the ladies. Bitcoin princesses, as we call them. Shout out to Chandy as well. Speaking of the Bitcoin princesses. Later, we're going to be premiering a music video as well. Just FYI. Stay tuned. Gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Barack. You're always giving, broski. Much appreciated. Bitcoin Stew. You've just been hooked up. You can thank Barack for that. What does that say? The armpit of California is Bakersfield. Good to note. Welcome, Eric Castro. I didn't recognize that as the armpit. Now I know. San Diego, California in the building. We got a lot of folks from California. I love it. Sexiest, not sexiest, maybe both. Maybe so, Alan. Jennifer is twice as nice. JC Ice, precisely. Shout out JC Ice in the house. DC representing. We love it. Who's the furthest from the States? We have anyone here from, let's say, in Asia? Let me know. Or Africa. We usually do, typically every episode. Word up. Good stuff. From Europe, 15 kilometers from the Trump family origin and Heinz ketchup. Oh, word up, Steven. Like the shades. Thank you, James. Their prescription, and I need it because of my laser eyes. So if anyone asks, it's required for your own safety. I have laser eyes, if you haven't figured it out. I've had them for a few years now, and my eyes are very sensitive. So you've been warned. Make sure I keep these mofos on. And if I take them off, run as fast as you can. What up, DC? Mexico, Verde Grande. That's what's up. El Chorizo, Mexico in the building. Diana Jones, the chat is speeding along. Respect to the chat. This is a live and interactive show, so I also encourage everyone tuned in right now on X. Head on over to YouTube specifically to interact in the chat. Let us know where you're from. All of the comments will show up on screen, and I'll do my best to read them out loud to the best of my abilities. So I appreciate that. So shout out to the X fam, Rumble fam, the rest of the fam. My VPN can show my location from many places. Word up, respect to the VPN. Diamond Hands and Laser Eyes. We so early, that's for surely. JV don't even care about price. Shout out Robbie P. The greatest. Shout out K-Jam. Amen, sir. Looking good, JV. Thank you, Don. Hello from Vienna. Is that Vienna, Italy? Word up. I'm Star-Spangled Arab, Palestinian, American, but American first. Right on, facts. Represent. Be careful with the keyboard. You might break it with your diamond hands, JV. Exactly. Sometimes if I get frustrated, the desk will just collapse. So I got to be that's why I have this sticky note, the only sticky note on my computer. And FYI, it's been there for 2 years. It's because the diamond hands get heavy and the laser eyes are dead, unalively. Correct my grammar here for the tube. Let's go 70 G's, baby. Oh, Vienna City in Europe. What part of Europe? Because I know, isn't Vienna in Italy? That's why I asked, clearly. What up, Johannes? Welcome, Devon. Always a pleasure. Good to see you. EASE, Palestine in the house. Represent. Did Streamlabs get back with you? They sure did, Eric, and they hooked it up. There was an advanced settings where I was able to toggle the correct settings to make it work. The default settings weren't doing the trick, and they like, yo, there's an advanced setting. I'm like, really? And we sorted it out, so now we can stream successfully on every platform. So that's why we're live and in the flesh right now on X, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, and Twitch. So the more we stream to, the merrier. We want to grow this audience. We want to get to 100,000 followers on X, 100,000 subs on YouTube, 100,000 followers on Rumble, and I would love to build the new communities we just began in a couple of days ago on Kick and Twitch. That way, if anything, God forbid, happened to one specific platform, it wouldn't interrupt or affect us in any negative way. You understand? 121 on X. Shout out to the X fam. Israel in the house. Well, shout out to Not Michael. Just got back from the River 80 today. Shout out to the River 80. Colorado and the Bitcoin. The best #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Shout out Colorado, always representing. Bitcoin to the moon, baby. Who else streams on 5 different platforms simultaneously? There is no second best. Precisely, fam.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm #1. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm #1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Bada boom, bada bing. You know how we do. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. And if you're new to the channel or new to the live stream, important to hit the like, repost this, share it, spread the word. Let people know we're live. It greatly will help out with the algorithm. Obviously, the more eyes we can get on the stream. So I thank you for that. Today is pod episode number 1652. I'm your host, JV. It's Monday, the final week of the month for May. It's the 27th. And yeah, another beautiful day in crypto. So let's kick it with our market watch as we do each and every day. This morning, we recaptured 70,000. Currently at the time of the live stream, we're still above 69,400, still in the green for the day. In fact, we actually tapped 70,500 when I checked the price. And we also have Ether trading at roughly 3,900 in the red, while Solana, XRP, Cardano, AVAX, and the majority of the alt market is pumping and in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting at a 2.6 trillion market cap with roughly 74 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours, which is up roughly 40%. And Bitcoin dominance is at 52.7%, with the Ether dominance at 18.2%. Checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got Floki up 19%, Bonk up 11%, and Whiff up 10%. That's 3 meme coins for you. Some say meme coins rule the world. What do you got to say to that? We also have Chainlink, Boom, BGB, and W also pumping and in the green. Now, which altcoins are you guys most bullish on? And shout out to Stacks. I see they updated their logo to the Bitcoin orange more recently. I like it. But anyways, let me know which alts you're most bullish on for this particular bull run. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the daily. Roughly 90% of the market in the green. Respect the pump. Meme coins leading the pack. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're rated a 74. Hey, I like 7s and 4s. You add those two numbers up, you get an 11, just saying. But we're in greed. Yesterday was a 75. Last week a 70. And last month a 67 in greed. So there you have it. My crypto la familia. Where do you feel the month of May will likely take us as far as the price action is concerned? Holla. Let me know in that live chat. Don't be shy now. 69,420. Always celebrating the 420 facts. You already know. In fact, I think we should light up the stage for that one. What do you guys say?
Went long when the dip hit, you just stayed like King Kong. More than 5 shots in your stack, then get it on. Had the people on my back to get a song. Where's broke, have a talk,
We smoked them like a bomb. Shout out Little Bubble on the track and Mikey Sailor.
Now, we all know Bitcoin is the best asset.
Agreed?
You agree?
Agree.
And there is no second best asset.
Facts.
And that is why we are here, right? Because we need an asset. Bitcoin is the best. There is no second best.
I would agree with that. Let me know your feedback, family. Is there a second best? Or is it a myth? Like Bigfoot? Or is Bigfoot real? Calm down, JV. You're on the tube. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Let's go, Bitcoin. I see 70 Gs tonight. Yeah, we already captured 70,500 earlier. I screenshotted it, shared it earlier on X. Isn't June historically usually trend down? I guess it's irrelevant historically what Bitcoin does because we're living in unprecedented times. And also, like, the month of February was the largest US dollar monthly gain in Bitcoin history of $20,000. And February, clearly the shortest month of, the year. And not only that, but historically not a bullish month for Bitcoin. So it just goes to show you everything's kind of irrelevant. Bitcoin's on its own vector. And sometimes studying the past helps us get an idea of where we're heading in the future, especially when it comes to the 4-year cyclical cycle. But all of that seems to kind of be out the window. Thank you, Billette from DC. Glad you appreciate this. There is no second best. Shout out to Bone Daddy. How you doing, broski? Good to see ya. What up, Greg? What's poppin'? What's new? Pepe, first frog on the moon. Only a small jump for Pepe for a big frog kind. For frog kind. Man, you make me crave the way you hold the sage is what it is, James. You're not bullish enough, JV. Exactly. Keep me in check. Keep me accountable. Sometimes I can be very bearish with these $1 million predictions. I'm telling you. Bitcoin has no top because the dollar has no bottom. That's right. Facts. Real talk, though. The dollar is doomed. We all know that. Warren G. They don't see what I see every day as Warren G. Bitcoin monthly Bitstamp is painting a nice candle. Not quite bullish engulfing, but there is a few days left in May. Appreciate the insights. I thought you pressed the wrong button, JV, but thanks for the wrench. I feel honored. You deserve it. Melda is an OG here on the channel, so anyone who's been here for years, supporting us virtually every day, deserves it. Even if you're temporarily with the Darth side. It's all good. Even JV was Darth JV for roughly 12 days when I was temporarily terminated. I definitely turned into Darth JV. First of the month coming up. That's right. Always reminds me of that epic Bone Thugs track. I was like back in 6th grade. It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. My brothers, we having a wonderful day. It's the first of the month, and we smoking, sipping 40 ounces of kombucha. We gonna have a celebration tonight. It's the first of the month, so get up, get up. Y'all remember that track? I can't be alone. Exactly. We all love Melda. Much respect. Shout out Molly. Let the hate flow through you. Embrace it. Yeah. If I ever get terminated again, you will definitely see Darth JV. I go from 0 to 100 real quick. Real quick. JV came back a changed man after his recent timeout. Exactly. I'm a changed man. I'm rehabilitated. Remember Carlito's Way, Al Pacino? Rehabilitated. The kombucha company needs to sponsor you. Man, come on. If Hum is watching this, if you have any PR from there, hit a brother up. Let's work together. That's the welfare anthem. You want to hear the welfare anthem? I got you, big dog. Take it away, Mikey Sailor.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
This is the jammy jam right here. Darth JV was funny as what? I like Darth JV. Well, we're going to have to bring him back then. Nelda, we'll go to the prom with you. You're a lucky man, Bobby. You're a lucky man. See you at the crossroads so you won't be lonely. Long gone. This goes out to my Wally, who misses Uncle Charlie. I'm gonna miss everybody. See you at the crossroads. It's like Bone Thugs was like the hardest rappers to mimic because they go a million miles per second with the bars. But hey, I can remember some of them.
That use fiat currency as a store of value.
Yeah, what do we call them folks that use fiat currency as a store of value? Let me know in that chat.
We call them poor. We call them poor. People.
Man, shout out Little Bubble on the track. Good mix there with Mikey Sailor. But anyways, fam, let's now discuss the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week, shall we? Let's start with number 1. Bitcoin price snatches 69 level. In fact, as I mentioned earlier, we actually tapped 70,500 here this morning. Here's the 1-hour chart you can see. So Bitcoin effectively closed the latest gap in the CME Group Bitcoin futures market, another bullish indicator. And we did this on a holiday. Happy Memorial Day, family. Quoting Dan Crypto Trades, basic weekend price action thus far. The weekly close, which came in at 68.5, was nonetheless Bitcoin's strongest since the start of April. And also, quoting material indicators, a green weekly close for Bitcoin has met with another failed attempt to RS flip 69,000 in a new trend precognition signal on the weekly chart, referring to the proprietary trading tools he's referencing. He says, for me, a push above 71,250 invalidates. We shall see. Now, the latest data from CoinGlass shows key areas of liquidity built up around the spot price, leaving traders to guess which will be taken first. And this is the Binance order book. You can see here the levels to watch out, 68.1 and 69.8. Were the key levels of interest. Bitcoin is aiming to consolidate in these levels, according to analyst Mikhail Van de Poppe, who also wrote, where to buy? Losing 66, and I think we'll test range low and be buying there again. That's the level where you'd want to get your purchases ready. The next factor to watch out for, is this a breakout or a breakdown? Personally, I feel it's more likely going to be a breakout because I have a feeling we're going to recapture price discovery mode above 73,800. There's just too much bullishness in the market, especially considering the timing of the market with the 4-year cyclical cycle. Now, a call for 95,000 in June and even 150,000 by the end of the year is being reinforced by respective sources. Let's discuss it. We have BitQuant, the originator of the former prediction, who last week suggested the Bitcoin price dips within the range, which should be ignored. We covered this prediction on the pod. He said, the only thing I'm confident about is that Bitcoin is going to $95,000. Let me know, family, when you feel Bitcoin is most likely to reach this inevitable target. And yes, I said inevitable. They also shared that both resulted in massive expansion afterwards. I'm not expecting Bitcoin to go slow this time either. Once it leaves this price range behind us, and you can see on the chart, it shows you the previous cycles, 2013 all-time high, parabola, and then 2017 all-time high, another parabola, 2021 all-time high, and rinse and repeat, aka deja vu. Next factor to keep your eyes out on this week is the Bitcoin halving is not priced in. That's right. According to REC Capital, the analyst, he says the longer we consolidate here, the better for Bitcoin. REC Capital nonetheless stated the upside continuation inevitably ensues once such phases are complete. For this most parabolic phase of the cycle, he continued, a Bitcoin price target of approximately 150 Gs is appropriate. This weekend, meanwhile, he suggests short-term sideways Bitcoin price action may need several weeks to resolve. Next factor to watch out this week, PCE data leads the macro week. That's right. Asia trading session produced no surprise, and attention thus focused on the end of the week. Here we have U.S. macro data prints a return. Headline for the producer price index, known as the PCE, for the Federal Reserve. The mood when it comes to risk assets benefiting from loosening Fed policy remains conservative. Interest rate cuts are not expected until September or later. Interesting, as I'm going to share later with you on the pod, Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, is suggesting 100,000 Bitcoin by September. So let me know if you feel Bitcoin will break that six-figure basement of the recent gains for the stock market. I expect any downside is just a pause in this bull market. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Next factor we'll keep our eyes out on this week, the Bitcoin whales stay in the game. That's right. BTFD family, smart money, I say, always follow the smart money, hence the whales. According to the analysts here, Bitcoin whales have been buying like never before. Let's go. The data shows the balance of whale addresses active within the last 24 hours at nearly 500,000 BTC, easily the largest on record. I mean, the charts don't lie. Here, brought to you by CryptoQuant. As you can see on your screen, it shows you in Bitcoin the balances for whale addresses going absolutely parabolic right now. Bitcoin demand growth seems to be stabilizing after being in a decelerating trend since March. Game time. Now check this out. Bitcoin ETFs around the world, which just officially went live in the United States January 11th, when they got the nod from the regulators of the SEC. They now have over 1 million Bitcoin under management, and the primary custodian for the majority of them is Coinbase. So it ultimately means Coinbase has over 1 million BTC as a result from the ETF launch, which was back in January. Pretty wild. BlackRock is now the largest hodler of Bitcoin in the world as far as a asset management firm or company is involved. As prior, it was GBTC. They once had, I believe, over 620,000 BTC. Then after the ETF, they dumped many of them, and I think now they currently have under 300,000. I think BlackRock alone now controls over 400,000 BTC. Thanks for the numbers. Shout out to the 230 folks over on X. I highly encourage you guys, keep your X platform open, but maybe on your phone or vice versa. Pull up YouTube just specifically to interact in the chat, as the featured chat is the YouTube feed, just FYI. Then all of your comments and questions will be shown on screen, and I'll address as many of them as possible. I appreciate that. Same thing for all the other communities as well. If you guys can head on over to YouTube specifically to interact in the chat, I appreciate it. The more comments, the better. Next YouTube shut down, and we ask your kombucha to free your show. Bitcoin's future is so bright, I have to wear shades. Well, if you got laser eyes, it's for your safety. What's a cookin', Eric Perez? Welcome, family. Coinbase is the custodian of the 8 of the top 10 Bitcoin ETFs. Amen. Self-custody, I think Fidelity is, yep, exactly, one of the few who's actually doing their own self-custody. Shout out Robbie P., one of the greats. Love light and all. Lightning Network as well to you, Jay Ford. Try to be patient, but the fees feels like Bitcoin is in a pressure cooker. Patience, young grasshopper. Been working, trying to stack more of the biddies. That's right. First you get the biddies, then you run the cities. The biddies, the king, no diddy. Salam family, shout out Mohammed. Bonka 76X, that's crazy. Meme coins, insane gains, yo. Does anybody know what the current approximate float is for Bitcoin on the exchanges? It has to be rapidly shrinking. Good question, Grant. JB, you try Alley Oop yet? It is a Bobby approved drink. Oh, I haven't tried Alley Oop. I did just get back from Costco a couple of hours ago, so I got more kombuchas. I found the spin drifts. They finally had them back in stock. The one product I am missing the most is my turmeric shots, the health wellness shots. They're my favorite. I haven't been able to find them in months. I might have to order them directly from the manufacturer. The chart is flowing hard, JV. Bring it. Maybe pump watch coming soon. Maybe so. Absolutely. We are in the summer crypto doldrums. There you go. Can you smell what's a cooking? Well, according to Gary, it smells like, well,
too many frauds and scams.
This clown's trying to take us down. What a guy. Wow, what a guy. Wow, what a guy.
You're very welcome, Iona. My pleasure. Appreciate you tuned into the live stream. Spin drifts. Yeah, I like the spin drifts. They're good. Pepe is a meme coin, but I am trying to capture the win behind it. Word. I didn't take anyone's wrench away, so that'd be weird. However, I could always grant the permission, but not in the current screen I'm in. I'd have to do that later, after hours, after the live stream. I don't have that option in front of me. But yeah, that's weird. Do you still have the wrench for the other two accounts? Let me know. Smells like Gary Gensler. What up, family? What up, Serge? Welcome back, bro. Inflation is suppressing the price of Bitcoin. People are just trying to put the gas in their car and the food on the table. Amen. Bitcoin to 32,000? No, I don't know about that, Mohammed. I'm very doubtful that we ever break back under 60,000. I think 60 is the new 20. What do you guys think to that? He also says the Allah candle to 125, then to 231,000, guaranteed. Also, ETH to 10,000. I can definitely see ETH to 10,000 easy this cycle. ICP to 5,000 and Sol to 0. I think you may be right on that one. Shout out X Fam, X Clan, holding it down. Also the Rumble fam. We're streaming on 5 platforms right now. We appreciate it. Still got a lot of news to share. Let me know where you guys are tuned in from if you're just joining us. And if you guys can repost this, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. All subscribers will get on-screen special shout-outs by yours truly, just like Elizabeth Wallace. Thank you for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Now, I can change this anime, that photo. We can put something else there. If you guys have ideas, let me know. Puerto Rico. Tell them, Kenny. Also, shout out to OFZ for the sub as well. I appreciate it. Gulf Coast representing. What tries more? Yay, give it us, JV. You got it, Molly. Watching from London, a Nipsey pick. It could be Nipsey. It could even be like a GIF, like an anime or something. Dragon Ball, Bitcoin. It could be anything. I got to get creative with that because we can put anything there we like. It could even be Michael Saylor. What did he say? There is no second best. Maybe that'd be kind of cool. Michael Saylor's face where he looks like he's in the Twilight Zone. There is no second best. 100,000 second week in June, 225 end of the year. Let's go. Hawaii. Shout out Hawaii. I think a Max Bless Holloway. Shout out Max Holloway. We need a Nip coin, or do we? Nipsey, not Sailor. Oh, okay. Nipsey's cuter than Sailor, I guess. I need a Nipsey anime. We need to animate him. Like, we got the JV animated version. What do you think? Put a laser eye in there. A laser eye, eh? Our party is a-coming soon. The 100K Fiesta, you betcha. It's a-coming. No one can stop it. It is official, my brother. Brought the condo in Rincon, and we'll be visiting Puerto Rico soon. Massive congratulations on the new purchase, and that's fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Rincon is a beautiful part of Puerto Rico. I visited there. It's ultimately the West Coast. Beautiful beaches. Good stuff, Serge. Congrats, bro. That's what's up. All aboard the Blessed Express. There you go, Alan. I don't have any ICP predictions for you, yo. I can make a Nipsey meme coin. If anyone else has a prediction, though, share it. I'll read it out loud. Jason Buck, what up, brother? Buck the Fed. Jason Buck the Fed. Yeah, I mean, Tim Snyder, let's get it. What is that? BSC to 3,900. What is BSC? 3,900 ETH to 15,000. Sol to 1,000 by the end of the run. Very possible that ETH gets to 15,000, especially with the recent green light from the regulators for the ETH ETF. That's big news. A lot of money is going to be pouring into ETH, so it's possible. I'm in RSI. I know I pronounced these cities wrong. My apologies, but another city here in Puerto Rico, Arecibo. That's what's up, Kenny. Are you from the island, or did you recently move here? How long you been in Puerto Rico? Binance, Miss Yellen's favorite exchange. Binance. And then Biden's like, I poop my pants. Yellen's like, Binance. Interesting combination of folk.
And let me just say,
Guess who's back again?
I'm just
Gary's back. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend, repost, share this, smash the like, spread the word. We're live and in the flesh. We're pumping. Another beautiful week in crypto. We're going strong. We just had a halving not too long ago. A beautiful time to be involved in crypto. We about to moon, baby. Brand image and consistency in marketing. There you go, Chandy. All of these ish coiners, they not like us. Amen to that. They sure not like us.
They not like us. They not like us.
And if you have a little sister, hide her from Drake. According to Kendrick, just a smart move to hide your little sister from him. They not like us. That's fact. Nelda. Finally watching the Trump speech. Incredible, right? I personally feel that was the smartest thing Trump could have did, because he just locked in 50 million crypto voters who are all going to be voting for Trump. He said all the right things. He said, we're going to free your hero, Ross Albright, who has been unjustly imprisoned for 2 lifetimes. He said on day 1, he is going to pardon him. You know, if Biden wins, he's more than likely going to pardon Bankman-Fried. You know that, right? So we can't have that. And Trump also said he's going to protect our rights for crypto and Bitcoin and self-custody. So he's going to defend our rights to self-custody, and he says he'll never allow a CBDC. I mean, he was saying all the buzzwords we wanted to hear, and it was just like, whoa. And he even called out like Janet Yellen, and you know what I mean? So he's saying the right things. So I think he's going to get a lot of votes. That's was Vivek in Trump's ear. More than likely facts. 100,000 as soon as possible. Ricky, send it. 6 figures, baby. I'm going to live long liberal Democrat. I'm actually thinking seriously about voting for Trump. What's happening with the world? I mean, you can't vote for a guy who's anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin. You just can't do that. And besides the fact he does very weird things like sniff children and do weird things with his daughter, according to the daughter's own diary. So, I mean, come on. We got to put 2 and 2 together and do the right thing. We can't support anyone of that caliber. And the guy poops his pants. He stops, clenches his fist, and poops in his pants. We don't need another weak man as commander-in-chief of the United States of America. That will be the destruction of the United States as we know it. Mark my words. We can't take another 4 years of the commander-in-chief pooping his depends. It's just not acceptable at this point. I vote Bitcoin. Amen to that. Finally here after a while. Nice to see you back on the tube. I sold at 73, bought back at 69, thereby adding about 0.1 of the biddy. Massive congratulations for stacking another 0.1 of the biddy. Let's get it. Bring it. Keep stacking them sats. That's what we do. But anyways, fam, next story of the day. Keep the comments flowing. We appreciate it. Let's do a little Ethereum technical analysis. The price charts hint at 4,000 breakout to new all-time highs. Let me know if any of you are actually bullish on ETH. The Ether price rose over 27% over the past week, flipping key resistance areas into support. Following the price rally, Ether broken out of its falling wedge, a pattern that indicates a potential reversal from the previous downward trend. The breakout could signal a rally to new all-time highs, according to Jelly. That's right. The trader shares here. ETH broke out from the falling wedge, then flipped key areas into support. Now pushing for 4Gs. New highs and new all-time highs are next. Getting close. The falling Bitcoin dominance also suggests that the trader's attention is rotating towards ETH, as bounced in the past few days. Bitcoin's dominance fell over 0.98%, so still less than 1% during the past 5 days, while the Ether dominance rose 4.4%. That's right, it rose 3% within 24 hours after Ether pumped 20%. That was off the back of the insiders knowing the regulators were going to approve the spot Ether ETF, which we covered in the pod. And over the past 24 hours, the Ether dominance rose 1.5% almost, while the Bitcoin dominance fell 0.5%, according to TradingView. Here's the outlook right here. Now, most of Ether's current price rally is attributed to positive developments around the spot Ether ETF, which we know. May 20th, Ether price rose. That was wow. So literally a month after the halving on 5/20. Ether price rose 20% in a day, following reports of the US SEC U-turning on their spot Ether decision, and possibly due to political pressure, with reports stating it asked ETF exchanges to update their 19B4 filings, which was the sign, and adding to the positive investor sentiment, Ether price could rally to the 4,500 mark before the first spot Ether ETFs actually start trading, according to founder and CEO of crypto-focused investment firm D-Finance Capital, quoting him here, 4,500 before the spot Ether ETF goes live for trading, in my opinion. Let me know if you agree with that. Now, the Ether price faces significant resistance at the 4,000 psychological mark. A potential move above 4,000 would liquidate over 433 million worth of cumulative leverage short positions across the exchanges. Now, that's wild. I remember back when Ether was like $70, $80. I know some of you are OGs. You probably remember when Ether was a couple of dollars, but it's just mind-boggling to me that it's even as high as close to $4,000. You know what I mean? Wild. Now, ultimately, ETH price needs a weekly close above 3,900 to mark a confirmed sustained bullish momentum. Quoting ARK Capital, Ethereum just needs the weekly close above 3,956 to move into 4,000 plus territory. At the moment, ETH is forming a lower high. So there you have it, family. Where do you feel the Ethereum price is likely to go for the cycle peak? Holla at your boy. Do you think realistically Ether can eclipse 10,000, maybe even 15,000 for the cycle peak? Let me know. I'd love to read your comments and thoughts out loud. I did say doo-doo. We're talking about Biden. The first thing that comes to mind, doo-doo. Just saying. JV, mess him up. I'm going to do my stuff. Flew with Jeff to Fossil Hunt in South Dakota. Sure you did, RFK. Jeff who? Who you referencing there? Got mine at 250. Jay Beezy, you a G. That's incredible. Incredible. Because if you got Ether at $100 and let's say it's 4,000, that's a 40x. Not too shabby. If you got it at $2.50, whoa, hundreds of X, right? Incredible. Free Ross, FYJV. It's all bright. Oh, what am I saying? It's all britch. How do you pronounce it? Can you write it how it's pronounced? Because if I'm slaughtering his name, my sincere apologies. No disrespect. I think ETH is too much linked to Bitcoin, so I am bullish on its bigger rise. It was 4,500 when Bitcoin was 69 back in 2021. Just saying. Ethereum has been very, very good to me. Amen, Don. Amen. Gains are gains, eh? He did, Devon. He sure did. Cycle peak for Ethereum, I think 8 to 10, right on surge. I think ETH could hit 10,000, but when? I think 2025, most likely year, in my opinion. What do you guys think? The last time you said doo-doo sounded like you were from Baltimore. Do you? Oh, is that what they say in Baltimore? ETH is almost made of, what is that? Unobtainium on exchanges, and nobody prepared for the ETH. Hashtag FJB. Can I get a hashtag? FJB? FJB.
Pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up, don't you know?
So pump it up, will ya? Let's get it.
Oh yeah, we heard Kramer report that. Thank you. He said, we bought more bags till we got a sword back. Can't short your dork, we can't afford that. No. Wait for the
You can't short your dork. We can't afford that.
pump to come, we should have bought that. Crypto to zero, they really thought that.
Yes, and also hashtag FGG. Amen to that. Respect also to Congressman Tom Emmer. He called out Yellen and Biden. Yellen for being dishonest, and Biden for their CCP CBD agenda, which you already know got shut down by Congress. Thank God for that. I think one of these days, Bitcoin might let go of its kids and say, "You're on your own now." Who you're referring to as Bitcoin's kids? Sailor's loosening up the ETH since it helps the entire crypto industry. Well, he has to accept the fact they got the ETF approval. He was one of the guys who said they would never approve it. He said that in many interviews, and lo and behold, it got approved. Hasn't launched yet, but it's a coming, and really nobody can stop it at this point. Hashtag FGB. There you go, Kevin. 333 on X. That's a majestic number right there, if you know what I mean. Shout out to the X fam. Appreciate you guys. If you guys could hit the repost, spread the word, we can double those numbers very quickly. If everyone reposted this, we'd quickly have 600-700 people on X. I appreciate it. I think we've had as many as 1,300 people on X during a stream. And the cool thing I love about the X Live community, it continues to grow the longer you stream. So granted, I keep bringing the fire with the content. By the end of the show, it's always like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It just continues to climb. So respect. Pronounced all brick. Bricked or briked. So pronounced all briked or all bricked. And I appreciate you taking the time to break that down and allow me to pronounce it properly. So thank you. Bro got deleted by YouTube, then came back even better with aviators to prevent his laser eyes from burning you. Yeah, they claimed my content was violating their harmful and danger policy. So to be safe, I said, well, if I put some aviators on and I prevent my laser eyes from harming anyone, we should be good. Yeah. 1,340 were total on X last week, JV. That's incredible. 1,340 live viewers just on X. And that's an audience we never cultivated live until the termination. So you look back and it's like God at work. God's plan. Did this channel disappear? It sure did, JBZ. I've been terminated under false pretenses more than once. And we've also been shadow banned more than once. In a perfect world, this channel would have millions of subscribers. We're the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, but we've been stuck. We were stuck at 50,000 subs for almost 3 years, even though we do a daily show every day, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year. But it is what it is. 0.1 biddy after the taxes. Oh no, all bricked. Thank you, Fax. That's how I understand it. All bricked. All bricked. All bricked. Ross all bricked. Ross all bricked. I got it right? Shout out to the young Chad. I hope you get out of prison soon, brother. You don't deserve to be there. They targeted you to make an example out of you because they hate Bitcoin and they hate what it represents, which is freedom and sovereignty to humanity. They want to see humanity enslaved. And they took it out on you. You were just an early adopter, created the first marketplace where Bitcoin was traded via the Silk Road. Wrong place, wrong time. Some can say right place, right time, however you want to perceive it. But if Trump gets elected, he's promising to pardon you on day one. And mark my words, once you're pardoned, you will be a hero for the entire community. Guaranteed. You will be an instant hero and you will be celebrated for the rest of your life. So let's go. JV to the motherfucking Danger Mouse V in the house, yo. You know how we do. What do you think about Bits 2x. I'm not familiar with that exchange, Joe. JV should have had his 100 followers award, the 100K followers. Yeah, it's all good, though. I'm not in it for the plaque. Don't really care. I told my daughter I'd give the plaque to her because she always asks me, when are you getting the plaque? We'll get there, baby. I'm just going to give it to her anyways. No word about the Assange. Nothing. Crickets. Personally, I think Julian Assange must be pardoned. And I think we must stand up as people to demand it, right? If Trump wants our vote, we make it a package deal. You free Ross Ulbricht and you free Julian Assange as a package deal. If you want our vote, if you really want our vote, what if we pitched it like that? JV to the moon. There you go. 6, too long have I been dwelling amongst those who hate peace. 7, I am for peace, but when I am speaking, they are for war, says Joseph. JV, we'll get there. Amen. Nipsey in the middle. Danger, dog. Danger. Exactly. Jerome, glad you're back, JV. I was wondering why I didn't see your show on my stream. Exactly. Thank you, Molly. Danger, dog. It's got a certain ring to it. Anyways, fam, let's keep it moving. Shout out Raina as well. We still got a lot of news to share. Let's do the hacked alert. Hacked alert. Hacked alert. I don't know what's even actually going on, so I'm anxious to read the story to you because all I saw yesterday on my timeline on X, Caitlyn Jenner launching coins. And I'm like, this is obviously a scam. He got hacked. But consistent all day and even today, no, I really do have a coin. And now I'm all confused. I don't know what's really going on. Are these influencers really getting hacked? And are hackers pitching these, they look like to me, scam coins? Or is this actually real? And Caitlyn Jenner is actually pitching her own coin. Let's break it down, shall we? Now, a string of industry influencers and celebs had their X accounts hacked over the weekend, shilling everything from Luna 2 and Ordi to celebrity-inspired meme coins. Amongst the latest victim is gigantic Kiyosaki Rebirth. What does that even mean? Known as a GCR, a synonymous crypto investor known for profiting from contrarian trades, who confirmed their X account was hacked. His X account posted about Ordi and Luna 2.0. Would you guys actually ever invest in a scam that comes back, such as a Luna 2.0 or FTX 2.0? Do people really fall for that? Apparently they do, or they wouldn't do this. But crazy. Both those tokens surged 6% and 274% momentarily. Shout out to Mateus. He just gifted a MicroStrategy membership of the YouTube channel to Jerome. Jerome, you've been hooked up. So thank you, Mateus. That's very, very kind of you. So yeah, the guy wrote here, bro, couldn't have picked any believable micro cap to pump 10 to 20x, yet chose to shill Ordi and Luna 2 for a measly 10% wick. Now, Ordi has already amassed a market cap of almost 900 million, therefore has less upside than the smaller cap coins. They also wrote a more niche celebs are popping up by the minute, launching meme coins on a long weekend when the platform engineers are away. I recommend that you guys be very careful. That's right. Now, another one is the rich kid. I don't even know who this guy is, but this profile amassed a 90,000 market cap. I guess this specific meme coin called pump.fun. I've never heard of this crap either. However, this guy said no statement has been made confirming whether it was really him tweeting it or if it was a hack. I would imagine more than likely it's a hack. Now let's get to the deep fake or real Caitlyn Jenner, because this is the one I kept seeing nonstop over the weekend, and it was almost driving me crazy. I'm like, I don't follow this lady or man, whatever we call it, and why is he or she all over my timeline, like pumping? I'm like, this has to be fake, but let's see. Let's read it. So the new meme coin Jenner was promoted by media personality Caitlyn Jenner, which already amassed 27 million market cap. Oh my God. People are just looking for scam coins to invest in, huh? That's pretty shocking. Industry pundits are debating whether the short by Jenner promoting the coin was a deep fake. However, videos containing what appears to be Jenner and her manager, Sophia Hutchins, has made several statements confirming the posts and videos are genuine. That's why I'm boggled right now. Like, what the frick? The Jenner coin was also promoted on Jenner's Instagram, so it's actually real. The videos we thought were deep fakes were actually real. I'm just so confused. So this is quoting him or her here. Yes, this crypto on my account is real. Wow. And shared with 3.3 million followers. If you want to get in in a hurry, okay? Get in right now. Still sounds like a scam the way all this is being pitched. You would think they'd tell you something about their coin, like a use case or some true intrinsic value. But when it's just a pitch, get in now, it has to be a scam. I don't know what to think. The Jenner token was also launched on this pump.fun. Interestingly, the crypto wallet posted by Jenner is the exact wallet posted by the adult content creator Kazumi, who's also suspected to have been hacked. Man, this rabbit hole of being hacked goes deep. So we have the Rich, Doll, Solja tokens all allegedly tied to Jenner, with one industry pundit has claimed. So I still am confused even after reading the story. I don't know what's really going on here. I'm just going to assume it's all scams to take your Bitcoin. Regardless if it's really Jenner creating the videos and promoting the Jenner coin, or if it's a deep fake, they're still trying to steal your Bitcoin for their ish coin at the end of the day. I'd be very weary. And yeah, it's crazy, yo. I don't trust the altcoins. No wonder, Devon. It's hard. These meme coins are very dangerous, especially when influencers are pushing them, because people do virtually anything the influencer says. So I bet you every Caitlyn Jenner fan, oh my God, I've been waiting for this day. Take my money. You know what I mean? Selling everything in the house. I need more of the Jenner coin. Take my money. AI generated for sure. So the video wasn't really Jenner, even though the following day, Jenner and her media manager said it was really them. So who do you even believe? Who do you believe anymore? Crazy, yo. It is crazy. That's why I only have a few Tron and HODL, mostly BTC. Amen to that. Amen to that. Joseph says they're scams. Yeah, if I was a betting man, I'd say they're all scams. More than likely hacked, but if they weren't hacked, they're still scams. Doesn't change the fact. You know what I mean? Funny? It's crazy. You do like the Pepe, though. Stop the war. Amen to that. No one likes war. Nobody. You know who benefits from it? Not us. Not us. Very wealthy people do. Hence why we have it.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Facts. We're all investing into something to make money, yes. That woman used to be a stud. Literally? He was a gold medalist, was he not? I'm in consulting, and the number of scammed clients coming in right now is outrageous. People don't know what to believe. Imagine just waltzing into crypto like, I'm going to get into crypto. This is going to be amazing. And then it's like you're just getting hit with all these scams. And then to the person that don't know any better, wow, sounds great. Guaranteed 1,000x return. Take all my money. Why didn't I join crypto 10 years ago? I've been working a job. Silly me. Could have just got into crypto. Only if you invested in war stocks. Oh boy. Bitcoin cannot fund war, unfortunately. That's what makes Bitcoin so beautiful. Bitcoin promotes and perpetuates peace and love. Fiat currency will always promote and perpetuate war, unalived, famine, starvation. You know what I mean? All the boxes of the Wheaties. Yeah, I don't trust the Wheaties. Don't be eating that cereal, yo. Including Wheaties. Just saying. If it's not Bobby approved, I disapprove. Facts. 90% Bitcoin for me. That's what's up. Kevin, agree. Devon says with JV. Right on. Oh, he was on the box of Wheaties. I mean, what athlete wasn't on a box of Wheaties? You had everyone from Michael Jordan to Barry Sanders to Caitlyn Jenner. What was his name before Caitlyn? It couldn't have originally been Caitlyn. I don't even know the guy's name. Roundup is bad for you. Exactly. I don't like the Roundup personally. Facts, JV. Cheers, Serge. LOLs. Bitcoin is the GOAT of peaceful protesting. Amen to that. Definitely the greatest of all time. Bitcoin is thy GOAT.
Again, you can call me 3AC cause I'm blowing it up. Short squeeze, more please, yeah, it's going to pump.
Oh, Bruce Jenner. That's right. named after the late, great Bruce Lee. Thank you, Jennifer and everybody. You got it right. Yeah, I totally slipped my mind. Forgot his name. No disrespect to Caitlin, but I don't know what to think anymore. I'm so confused. Let's continue with the news, family. Next story of the day, let's discuss what's happening with Argentina. And before I even read you the story, Max Kaiser recently tweeted after someone wrote, Argentina poverty rate hit a 20-year high of 60%. Oh my God, 60% of Argentina's population is in poverty. That's more than half. That's crazy. As Milei lived out his rock star fantasies, here you got him performing as a rock star. That's allegedly his background. I didn't really know him as a rock star, but I digress. Max Kaiser responded, Milei's mission is to save Argentina. It only starts when he makes Bitcoin legal tender and outlaws frauds and scams like ETH, Web3, NFTs, ICOs, ADA, which is Cardano, etc. Take that, Huskinson. And until he does that, he just is making the situation worse. The Bukele model works. Why? F around with anything else. And may I add, F around, find out. Real facts. I think Max is doing the right thing, putting the pressure on Milei because he talked a big game and he got a lot of the Bitcoiner support. We thought he was going to embrace Bitcoin for his country, and he did a complete 180. So no respect there. But let's break down this story and see what's actually popping. This headline reads, Argentina aims to learn from El Salvador's Bitcoin success. There's a lot to learn from. For Christ's sake, Bukele has given you the blueprint. The government of Argentina is working with El Salvador to learn from its experience of Bitcoin adoption and other crypto activities. Argentina security regulator, which is the National Securities Commission, CNV, held a meeting with El Salvador's National Commission of Digital Assets to address crypto adoption and regulation in the two countries, according to an official announcement. And at the meeting on May 23rd, their president, Robert Silva, and Vice President Patricia Buero of the two different countries, along with President Juan Carlos Reyes, discussed El Salvador's experience of being the first country in the world to adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, which was back in September of 2021. And shout out to the top G, Bukele. The officials exchanged approaches and concepts of crypto use in global economies, particularly focusing on El Salvador's Bitcoin case. Now, CNV President Silva stressed that El Salvador had not only emerged as a global leader in Bitcoin adoption, but has also excelled in the broader crypto industry. He highlighted the importance of industry insights discovered by CNAD, which oversees and regulates the digital asset market for El Salvador. Silva stated, "We want to strengthen ties with the Republic of El Salvador, and therefore, we are going to explore the possibility of signing collaboration agreements with them." Meanwhile, the CNV Vice President Boero, who visited El Salvador to participate in marketing meetings and development in March, emphasized the crucial role of El Salvador's expertise in the crypto industry. Quoting him here, Argentina is a pioneer in technology, and the National Securities Commission understands and wants to work with the industry efficiently and create appropriate regulations. The news comes amid Argentina moving forward with regulating the local crypto market and passing registration requirements for crypto firms. Back in April, the country has been actively moving into crypto since Bitcoin-friendly politician Javier Milei became Argentina's president in late 2023. However, I wouldn't refer to him as Bitcoin-friendly. He pitched us as Bitcoin-friendly, but has taken zero action to show us what he is actually representing, because he obviously his action is not representing Bitcoin friendly whatsoever. Just FYI to clarify. And in late 2023, Argentina's Foreign Affairs Minister Diana Mondino claimed the government was preparing to decree to legalize the use of Bitcoin and other cryptos in the country for payments under certain conditions. I'm not holding my breath. We'll see if he does the right thing, or is he just another World Economic Forum puppet, family? Let me know your honest thoughts. I appreciate that. And with that being shared, welcome back everyone to the stream. If you guys have comments regarding any of these stories and news that I'm sharing, please let me know. And if you're tuned in on X or Rumble or any of the other platforms, we're live right now on 5 platforms. I encourage you to head on over to YouTube just specifically to interact in the chat, as this is the chat feed from the tube, just FYI. Argentina could invest in El Salvador's mining endeavors and make it a nice bit of coin to start them out. Now smash that like for JV. Thank you, Jerome and the Nipster. And the whole Crypto News Alerts, #1 crypto news show on the net. Thank you for that, Jerome. Donald Pump is all good. How many of you think we should change Donald's name to Donald Pump so he can pump it up for Bitcoin to 7 figures? What do you say? Max Kaiser says, with Trump involved, Bitcoin's going to $1 million. We covered that story on yesterday's pod. I thought the IMF had a loan agreement with Argentina that prevents them from going down the path of El Salvador. They probably do, Sean. Virtually every country has that agreement with the IMF, and hence why they're held captive by the IMF. The only country I'm aware that said F you to the IMF was the fearless leader, Top G, Nayib Bukele. Caitlin doesn't move like water anymore, like Bruce did. That's for sure. Yeah. No comparison between the two. But it is good to be like water, my friend. Just saying.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water.
You put water in the cup, it becomes the cup. You put it in the bottle, it becomes the bottle. Now, water can crash or flow. Be water, my friends. Bitcoin is not going to $1 million. Why do you say that so confidently while shaking your head? Because you know it's not true? Let me know. Get it done. If you combine Trump and one rate cut, we're good to go. Trump it up. Don't you know? Trump it up. You got to trump it up.
Trump it up. You got to
Trump it up. No, trump it up. You got to trump it up. That's got a certain ring to it, Jennifer. Thank you. Shout out Grant Noakes. He just gifted 10 memberships to the channel, to the following. Eric Castro, Mateus. Wow, and Mateus gifted one earlier. The gift that keeps on giving is called Paying It Forward. Thank you, family. A Bullet from DC, Christian Pinto, John Wong, Born to Code, Bori Mischief, 17,000 Islands, Ryan Nelson, and Jasso Piana 2000. You've all been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. On behalf of the one and only Grant Noakes, thank you, Grant. Very kind of you, broski. Appreciate that. We do have memberships here at the channel. And I think the MicroStrategy memberships are $5. So he just ultimately gifted $50 to you guys collectively. So we appreciate that, family. Respect. Moonstone, a friend of mine is skeptical that Satoshi Nakamoto could possibly be a government group or some shady group that could take away our crypto someday. Is it possible? Here's the deal. All Bitcoin on exchanges can be taken away at will. All the Bitcoin in the ETFs can be taken away at will. You guys got to be aware of that. I'll discuss more in depth why in the Q&A segment of the show. Properly self-custodied Bitcoin cannot be taken from you. Don't believe the haters, regardless of who invented Bitcoin. And if the NSA did invent Bitcoin, which is a possibility, it doesn't change the fact that properly secured Bitcoin in self-custody cannot be taken from you. Do you understand that? I want to make that loud and clear. Satoshi would not have any long-term effect anymore. Satoshi ultimately gifted 1.1 million to the network. You guys recognize that as well. None of them were ever touched. That was a gift to us to make our Bitcoins that much more valuable. So shout out Satoshi for gifting us, not only with the beautiful gift of perfect money we call Bitcoin, but also hooking us up with 1.1 million Bitcoin. Respect. Shout out Ryan Nelson and the rest of the fam. If you guys are just joining the stream, welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, live and in the flesh 7 days a week, 365 days per year, plus pump watch parties, plus having parties. You know what I mean? Let's get it. Peter, Trump pump, better jump on Bitcoin. Shout out Pete. That's why we trump it up. No, trump it up. We got to trump it up. You feel me? The gift that Satoshi keeps on giving is called Paying It Forward. Pump the likes to pump the stream as we continue to live the Bitcoin dream. Anyways, fam, next story of the day. Let's discuss this 100,000 target by September by Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. Then we'll discuss $1 million price prediction based upon this phenomena I'm going to share with you. And then we'll dive into the live Q&A segment of the live stream. So here we go. The headline reads, Robert Kiyosaki advises buying Bitcoin before the price explodes. And he also warns us for the 10 billionth time of bonds crashing. Amen. So yeah, shout out to Kiyosaki. How many of you have read the infamous Rich Dad classic novel? Let me know. So yeah, he recently posted the biggest lie financial planners tell gullible mom and pop investors. The lie is bonds are safe. Millions of even so-called sophisticated investors will take losses when so-called AAA bonds crash, when commercial real estate crashes. The once glamorous office real estate market cannot make loan payments, which will take down so-called sophisticated investors when the AAA bonds crash. Now, here's some advice from Rich Dad. Best get into safer real assets such as gold, silver, and Bitcoin before their prices explode. I'm going to read it again. Advice from Rich Dad. Best get into safer real assets such as gold, silver, and Bitcoin before their prices explode. The renowned author has consistently warned of impending stock and bond market crashes, advising investors to buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And in April, he predicted Bitcoin could reach 2.3 million per coin and expects Bitcoin to hit 100,000, reaching that six-figure milestone by September. Send it. He frequently urges investors to abandon the US dollar for Bitcoin. 100% stand by that. Considering fiat currencies are fake money, facts. And those who save in fiat currency, what do we call them, folks? You already know, fam. And in March, he described Bitcoin as a perfect asset at the right time and referred to the US dollar as a giant Ponzi scheme. Preach, Rich Dad. I respect his balls, his kahunas, and the fact he has been preaching this for a very long time. He has no faith in the U.S. government. He has no faith in the U.S. dollar. And clearly he is very bullish on Bitcoin, as he should be. But he's also very bullish on precious metals. I don't hold that sentiment. I don't trust precious metals because I know probably for every ounce of the physical asset, there's probably 100x the amount of derivatives floating around, which is a way they manipulate the markets, which they're infamous for. Big banks, such as the largest bank here in the States, JP Morgan Chase, along with their CEO, Jamie, what I call Demon, Jamie Dimon, they have paid insane amount of fines, and they virtually do every year for manipulating and spoofing precious metal markets. That's why I don't trust them whatsoever. But I know some of you do. Teach their own. I just feel the only unconfiscatable asset that really exists on the planet, which so happens to be the greatest store of value, is Bitcoin. They can take your gold away from you, try travel with it. They can confiscate it if it's a certain amount, probably over $10,000 worth. Hence why in your customs forms when you're traveling, especially internationally, you got to fill out, do you have anything in value of 10,000 or more? Oh, of course. I got all these gold bars. They're worth 15,000. Give me those bars and come with me, young man. Damn it. Am I being detained? Yes, you are. You should know better than to travel with gold bars, young man. But anyways, Bitcoin is the only thing they can't take. And that's even if you hold your precious metals. A lot of people allege the precious metals in a safe, and you have like the IOU version, which is a form of a derivative, one of the ways the markets are manipulated. And who says your gold is really in that safe? And if it really is in that safe, who says it's actually safe? And the government can't create another Gold Seizure Act like they did back in 1933 and confiscated everyone's gold and deemed it illegal. Do you really trust your government that much? I stand with Kiyosaki. Let me know. I'll read your comments out loud. 441 on X, because X gon' give it to you. I still got to sample that DMX track. X gon' give it to you. We gon' give it to you. Yeah, smash the retweets or the reposts. I appreciate it, X fam, X clan. U.S. Treasury's buyback program began Wednesday, May 29, 2024. Translation: without this, the American banks will fail. In short, they're trading old dollars that have been debased badly for new dollars at a manipulated rate and value. Preach it, JV. Love it in you. Thank you, Molly. I am humbled. Much love and light to my sis. Waiting for the day I can buy my daily coffee with Bitcoin. That could be a reality. You just move to El Salvador. Every business vendor by law must accept Bitcoin as a form of payment. You can zap them sats the same way you can zap me some sats if you wanted to via the Lightning Network. There's a QR code on the screen. You want to zap JV some sats? This is not a deep fake AI. I am not Caitlyn Jenner. And I'm not pushing any coins, just to be clear. But if you wanted to zap sats via the Lightning Network, feel free to do so. That's my Lightning wallet. Also in the description in the video, all the different various ways you can support JV and the Crypto News Alerts channel are listed. We have a lot of ways, from Zap and Sats via the Lightning Network, donations via the Ethereum network. We have a Patreon. We have a merch shop. A lot of things you can do. And if you just want to contribute and you're in a position where you can't, you know what I mean, for whatever reason, it's all good. No worries. If you can just smash the like and repost the stream, you're supporting us more than you even know. So thank you, family, for everyone streamed in. Gold has tracking chips. Exactly. I've read that as well. There's RFDI chips in the gold, so they know exactly where it's at. I mean, they have to do it, so I don't mind it. They have no choice, but it is the end game, and Bitcoin and other commodities will appreciate in this era of debasement. Ever, JV. This is my era. BTC. This is our ever, Nipsey. You know what I mean? Anyways, now for our feature story of the day. Let's discuss the Bitcoin price ripping like Scottie Pippen to $1 million per coin because of this little known phenomenon. Let's break this baby down. Enjoy this bullish prediction, fam. So here we go. Bitcoin's unique characteristics make it unlike any other asset in the world. Preach, JV, preach. And it's becoming increasingly recognized and understood by the investors. Facts. The recent approval of the Bitcoin ETFs, which we saw back in January, will only continue to amplify this understanding as these ETFs simplify the process for investors to gain exposure to the king crypto, BTC. And while the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs have been widely celebrated as an unofficial stamp of legitimacy, signaling that Bitcoin is here to stay, like a true Bitcoiner needed any unofficial stamp of legitimacy. We've known Bitcoin is legitimate, just the fact it's decentralized and it separates money from state. You don't need to really know much else, family. But anyways, there's another crucial dimension to consider. Once this is fully understood, it will become evident that Bitcoin has the potential to reach the coveted 1 million seven-figure price tag. In fact, let me know, live chat. Where do you feel, or when will we hit 1 million? I know it's inevitable. You know it's inevitable, meaning it will happen. But by what date? My prediction, if I had to throw a year on it, I'm going to say 2029, but I'm still open to the possibilities. It can happen as soon as this cycle. And I say that, and I mean it, because Bitcoin have no top, because fiat have no bottom. You know what I mean? Let's discuss the current landscape. The approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs revolutionizes how the average investor or retail investor can add Bitcoin exposure to their portfolios. And by simply purchasing shares of one of the ETFs through the brokerage, investors, they can bypass the complexities of navigating crypto exchanges and managing digital wallets. But for the real purist out there in crypto and Bitcoin especially, I would encourage you to learn how to self-custody, learn how to trade crypto, buy it on the exchange, and learn the things you should know how to do instead of just depending upon the asset manager to do it all for you, because there's serious consequences involved, which I'll discuss later. This development has the potential to significantly increase demand for Bitcoin's limited and diminishing supply. However, as transformative as the increased access for retail investors is, it will pale in comparison to the tidal wave of demand anticipated from institutional investors enter in the market. Let the institutional FOMO surge, family. So before diving into the numbers, it's essential to understand who institutional investors are. For a long time, I heard Bitcoin enthusiasts claim that institutions were coming, but I never fully grasped what that meant. Institutional investors are organizations that invest money on behalf of their clients. These include pension funds, retirement funds, sovereign wealth funds, hedge funds, amongst others. The biggest names out there, clearly, which we know that already have the Bitcoin ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, etc. Now, prior to the approval of the Bitcoin ETFs, institutions were either prohibited from entering or hesitant to enter the Bitcoin market due to the complexities associated with owning digital assets. However, with the advent of the ETFs, institutions can now easily incorporate Bitcoin into their extensive portfolios, opening the door to a significant influx of capital, institutional capital, into the Bitcoin market. Now let's crunch the numbers, Just so how impactful will these institutions be? As of May 15th, it was estimated around 700 professional investment firms own around $5 billion worth of these spot Bitcoin ETFs. And as I read to you earlier, check this out. Bitcoin ETFs around the world now hold 1 million plus of Bitcoin under management. 1 million Bitcoin out of a total circulating supply that could ever be in existence of 21 million. Also consider 1.1 million Satoshi gifted by never touching them. So there's even less. And then there's theoretically 3 to 5 million lost Bitcoin gone forever, which makes the asset that much more scarce. So leading the way is Millennium Management, an investment firm that manages more than $64 billion, with $1.8 billion tied to the Bitcoin ETFs, which is around 3% of its total portfolio. But the list goes on and includes Morgan Stanley, which is the 6th largest bank in the US, Bracebridge Capital, which is a hedge fund that manages investments for Yale and Princeton. Interesting. And even the state of Wisconsin Investment Board now. Now, as it currently stands, retail investors are the primary owners of the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Reports suggest around 10% of the assets tied to the ETFs come from institutions, but this number is growing and will only continue to do so. The influx of institutions into the Bitcoin market will likely be gradual, as they typically engage in extensive due diligence before making any allocations. And unlike retail investors who can swiftly enter the market by purchasing shares of an ETF, institutions often take time to research Bitcoin's impact on their portfolios before making the allocations. So let's crunch these numbers, shall we? After conducting their research, I think they will likely arrive at the same conclusion. Bitcoin's inherent characteristics make it a necessity in portfolios. Eventually, widespread adoption amongst investors will occur, leading to a tsunami of capital inflow. There's no telling how much money, but based on the recent studies claiming that a 5% allocation is the ideal amount of exposure, we can begin to estimate the potential impact of institutional investors. So at 5% of the vast 129 trillion in assets they manage, the Bitcoin market cap can soar to more than $7 trillion and the Bitcoin price beyond 400,000 per coin. However, some analysts argue that a 5% allocation may be too conservative. Most notably, a recent ARK Invest study suggests that the ideal exposure level should be closer to 19%. Imagine that. If this were to occur, the Bitcoin price, I'm going to say, would be over $10 million, because from my understanding of the ARK Invest study, which we have covered numerous times here in the report, or here on the pod, Kathy Wood of ARK Invest has said, if the asset managers allocated a mere 5%, we can see a 2.8, I think she even said now a 3.8%, or $3.8 million Bitcoin price. So if we threw the number out there as of 19% exposure, easy peasy, a multiple 7-figure Bitcoin price. I think 1.3 million is extremely conservative. You run the math. Like BlackRock, for example, how many billions in assets under management do they control? If they put 19% of that into Bitcoin, game on. And considering they're the biggest, all the small fries and the smaller institutions would follow suit. I'm just saying. And I remember when Larry Fink made the rounds on the news years ago, and they asked him about Bitcoin, and he says he would never touch it, and that it was used for an index of money laundering and had nothing but negative things to say about it, and was clearly an enemy of Bitcoin. Times have changed. The institutions have come around. Now the largest institutions, the largest banks, the major Wall Street players, all embracing Bitcoin. And guess what? We front ran those mofos. Doesn't it feel good? Bitcoiners, let me know. Any new Qatar news or for the Saudis? As soon as I have new news coming from the Middle East, of course, I'll cover it here in the pod. So nothing I don't know that I haven't already covered. But I appreciate the question. Welcome, family, to the Q&A segment of the live show. This is your opportunity to ask your boy JV anything that's on your mind. Comments, questions, statements, suggestions. Holla at your boy. And if you're watching this right now on Rumble or X, I encourage you to visit YouTube specifically to interact in the chat. We're going to stick around on the tube, and we're here on X and all the communities right now. We're streaming. Eventually, the YouTube stream will end, and we'll continue with the uncensored version of the pod on every other community except YouTube. That's how we do it. And then we'll switch out the chat to the Rumble chat, which will look like this. You see that? That's the Rumble chat. This is the YouTube chat. So we have separate chats, just FYI. So when the YouTube stream ends and we continue with the uncensored version of the show, we're going to be switching it to the Rumble chat. That's what we do each and every day. So JV is uncensored every day on 4 of the 5 platforms. The only platform I'm not uncensored now is YouTube, because I want to keep this a family-friendly show, and I don't want to give the tube any reason to accidentally terminate me again. So we got to be very careful what we say on the tube. And look at Nipsey. He's doing the cute pose. You see that? The two paws. Head to the side. Completely out. He's in his own world right now. I think he's probably like in the astral realm. Probably chatting with the Doge dog that just recently passed. And he's probably like, Doge dog, can you look after me? Protect me. You know, I'll protect you. You just never know. You just never know. A shout out to the Nippinator. We're going to keep our eyes on him. He usually gives us the Nippinator indicator. We call it the Nippicator. And every single time, probably 99% accuracy, I would say. When he gives us a buy signal, you jump on it. I'm just saying. Not investment advice from Nipsey. He doesn't give investment advice. He's just an indicator. So trade with caution. But, I mean, it speaks for itself. You feel me? Hiking the galaxy. Hitchhiking the galaxy. That would be him. Let's get back above 70 G's, eh? I'm downloading Rumble. How do I find your channel? I don't even think you download Rumble. Well, I guess you can download the app, but it's just a website you go to, just like YouTube. So it's like the uncensored version of YouTube. How do you find me? My direct link, rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. Direct link to the stream, to the channel. Or you can just open the Rumble app if you have it already on your phone or on your computer and just type in Crypto News Alerts. The stream will come up. You'll see my avatar with the laser eyes, and you'll see the live stream. But we'll kick it here a little longer on the tube, a little Q&A segment. Doing some transcendental meditation precisely. D. Johnny, that's exactly what he's doing. You know Nipsey too well. Tuesday will be interesting. 3 days of no ETF trading. And we up. Oh, totally. I keep forgetting it's Memorial Day today, yo. Yo, I was at Costco earlier, right before I came here to do the stream. I'd never seen such a line. It took 15 minutes to find a parking spot. And there was a line in the store for the cash registers. And they have like 20 cash registers open. But it's just that packed. Whereas like there were carts lined up all around the store, inside the store to get to the... I'm just like, not a good day to shop, yo. But what are you going to do? But speaking of that, I bring that up because, yes, the traditional markets are all closed this weekend. It's holiday weekend. And tomorrow, we're going to get some bullishness, in my opinion, as well. I think we continue to pump. And I think this week, before the end of May, very strong potential to re-enter price discovery, which would take us back above 73,800. And that's when we get exciting times. And I'm looking forward to doing pump watches with you guys. They're going to be fun. We'll be doing pump watches through infinity. I'm just saying, because Bitcoin's going up forever, Laura. And if you don't know, now you know.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
That's a fact. I think that was a Bible quote. Was that in Matthew? Like, I forget the verse. Or was that one of the hidden scrolls? I forget which exact book it was in the Bible, but I remember, Archangel Michael Saylor, it's going up forever, Laura. It just always stuck with me. Crypto is 24/7. Amen to that, Julian. Bitcoin never sleeps. Unlike Nipsey. Nipsey sleeps about 18 hours per day. I've never seen nothing like it. I want to get to his level. Even my little one's sleeping right now. I haven't seen her take a nap since she was like 6 years old. And today a couple of books came in the mail, and they're like this thick, the books. They're 500 pages each. She loves to read, but they're more like comic style. So there's not a lot of words on the pages. So they're easy for a 10-year-old to read. In fact, she was on page 70 something within 15 minutes of reading the book. So you can probably read the whole book someone like her in a few hours. But anyways, she fell asleep on the couch, and it reminded me, and she's probably sleeping right now, still on the couch, because right before I started the stream, she nodded out. And I remember I was the same way. Anytime I'd read a book as a kid, I'd fall asleep, like guaranteed go to sleep. And so it brought back memories, childhood memories. But look at the Nippinator still sleeping. So everyone in the house is asleep except me. I'm putting in work. Respect the bump. Don't make me bring back Darth JV. Why am I whispering? I don't even know. I have no idea. Don't even make sense to whisper right now. But I know you can hear me. And I think by whispering, you're paying more attention. Am I right? Gotcha. Bitcoin market is always open. Time to buy is always present. Found it. What'd you find, Joseph? Never sell Bitcoin. In the next 5-10 years, borrow against it. Yeah, selling Bitcoin is for suckers. Someone poked at me the other day in my Telegram chat, and they're like, JV, stop lying to the people. You live in Puerto Rico, so you pay 0 capital gains tax specifically to sell your Bitcoin. I'm not stupid. Tell the truth to the people. You plan on selling all your Bitcoin because you don't pay capital gains tax. And I responded, I'm like, it's irrelevant. If there was capital gains tax or not, I'm still not stupid enough to sell Bitcoin. It's irrelevant if you got to pay a 30 or 20% tax. I still rather hodl and not sell. So to clear up some things, the only reason I'm in Puerto Rico is not to save on capital gains taxes. There's a plethora of other reasons, and that just happens to be like icing on the cake. There's a ton of other reasons. So I am not here specifically to never pay taxes so I can sell my Bitcoin. Quite to the contrary, I am here and never plan on selling any Bitcoin. Regardless, the capital taxes are irrelevant, right? The cool thing about it is I get to donate to charities every year. So people should understand that. I just want to be clear. Use the JV at night voice, please. I got you, Jennifer. The whole household is sleeping. So this is like, instead of a 10, I take it down to a 2. This is a 2. JV, let's go. F them. Yeah. Crypto Jeb is going to start taking live calls. Something I can do. I have the technology here at the Roadcaster. I just never have done that. That actually would be interesting. Like, Melda, you got something to share? Take it away, Darth. Jennifer, bring it. It'd be an interesting dynamic. Bitcoin is the best long-term investment. Just saying. Love your dog. I know. Who does poses like that? He can sleep like that for hours. Almost looks like a stuffed animal. Thank you, Menendez. I will have to sell some Bitcoin someday for retirement. I don't have any children to pass it on to. Yellen wants to increase taxes as the debts are so expensive. She figured it out. She wants to increase taxes because that's what her puppet masters tell her to do. And that's their agenda. Tax you until you're unalived. I'm catching myself on the tube. Yeah, it's just like their goal, total taxation until you're not alive. That's the game plan. If Bitcoin is never used as a payment mechanism because it is slow, costly, and can't handle that many transactions at the same time, why would it go up forever? Well, first and foremost, that's a bad assumption because Bitcoin has layer 2s. And it already has the Lightning Network, and it could already be used as a payment mechanism. It's already being used as a payment mechanism. Maybe the foundational layer can't, but it's irrelevant. There's layer 2s. So that's how I see it, at least. Regier. But good question. Ape strong? Let's go. Is ape a coin? Or are you just saying we ape strong? Because apes are strong. I heard an ape is so strong they can rip your limbs from your body. I don't know if that's true, but I believe it. Trump mentioning Elizabeth Warren was so satisfying. Agreed. He's like, I'll protect you from Pocahontas. Because Yellen is dishonest. I'll protect you from Pocahontas. The only way the government can lower debt is by lowering and eliminate their insane spending. I don't think there's any way to get rid of the debt, though. It's always going to be there. Imagine you, hypothetically speaking, you're $30 trillion in credit card debt. How do you pay it? You're going to keep, even if you were making billion-dollar payments, it's not going to knock down the interest. It's just going to continue to get out of control. It's impossible. There's really nothing they can do at that level. 35 trillion. It's an insane number. So let's just say the dollar is doomed. There's no turning it back. 515 on X. Thank you, X fam. Bitcoin can be fast and cheap. It is early for using in the crypto. When I bought hot dog, could pay for drinks for the whole team drinks after the game for the year. When it is time, we can make it fast and cheap. Right on, data. The debt is from the 70s. Good Lord. But it keeps climbing like pretty fast. It's like 35.5 trillion. I remember it was 34 trillion not too long ago. So we're just like adding trillions like there's no tomorrow. As money printer go, brr, 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 brr. Nipsey's still holding the stance. I think he's trying to tell us, like, if I hold this stance throughout the entire Q&A segment of the stream, we're hitting a new all-time high this week. That's how I translate it. Take it with a grain of salt. That's what I'm translating. Obviously, he can't speak, so I have to use telepathy. Read my previous comment. You got it. Let me scroll up. Okay, here we go. Take calls on the after show, JB. That way it will drive traffic to the after show. Definitely doable. I appreciate that suggestion. And agreed, Trump mentioning what he did was the most bullish thing for crypto. It's a good thing. Current era is store of value and appreciating rare asset. When it stops appreciating so quickly, it'll be focused more on the storage and the daily purchase. Word. How's that printer go? It's like... Want to know the truth, though? There's actually no money printer. They just grab a keyboard and they just go like this. 0, 0, 0. And they hit return. The money printer is an illusion. I don't even believe they're still printing money. I think they know the cashless society is coming and they're awaiting. I could be wrong. But if they were printing the money, it would be like something like that. I wish my owner loved Bitcoin. I'd bite him with love. Are you speaking on behalf of NIP? Bitcoin's going up forever because the value of the fiat currency worldwide is being debased due to the inflation, and it's all flowing into Bitcoin. Just a small Nipinator indicator today. Yeah, you want to see the real indicator? Stick around for the uncensored version of the pod because we'll wake them up. Yeah, we'll wake them up on Rumble. Anyway, speaking of the uncensored version of the pod, here's what we're going to do properly. Yesterday, I messed it up. I ended the Rumble stream by accident instead of the YouTube stream. So if you're on YouTube right now, call of action. Go to Rumble. The YouTube stream is about to be terminated. I'm about to end the stream. Wow. And we got a lot of people on here now, too. I appreciate the support. But we're going to continue. We're going to continue with the Q&A segment, uncensored version of the podcast, exclusive everywhere except YouTube. So if you're watching the stream on X, you can stay on X. If you're watching the stream on Rumble, stay on Rumble. But if you're on YouTube, you need to leave YouTube, go to Rumble because the YouTube stream is about to be unalived. Just saying. But I look forward to seeing you on Rumble and X, and let's continue with the uncensored version of the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's go. All right, YouTube streams finito.